Arsenal Fan TV America. Welcome back. Another episode from Pacific Northwest, the USA. All the soccer fans around the world, we come to you with a new episode. So please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like and share at the end of the episode if you love it. No Arsenal to talk about. Yeah, we have one game. We play, of course, Sunday. All remaining games in the Premier League are going to be played at the same time this upcoming Sunday. And we'll see you then. And after the game, hopefully we can recap the season and see if we can grab a win. But with that said, today we're here to talk about something that we actually don't like to talk about, but we need to talk about. We don't like to talk about it because it's something I think that nobody likes, nobody wants, nobody needs, but few people between, of course, makes that a little difficult. So we're talking about, that racism. And it's the biggest issue in world football today, if you ask me. Maybe in the whole entire world, not just in football. But of course, football is that one language that about 6 of the 8 billion people or 7 of the 8 billion people on the planet speaks. Same language, which is football. So now when we see this and when we, encounter things like that and our children sees that, they see that on TV, those are things that we don't want to see or hear about at all. So those dinosaur parents out there, I'm going to start by you, the racist dinosaurs. All human beings are one. We don't want to see what happened in the Real Madrid game. So let's go to the Spanish Liga, and that's the reason we are actually bringing the episode today. I was watching Real Madrid, which I prefer in Spain, over Barcelona that just won the Spanish La Liga. Congratulations to Xavi and his young players. That's a good accomplishment to win the La Liga. Of course, this is the first time they won it since Messi left. So once again, congratulations to Barcelona. Very well deserved. But I'm going to go to Real Madrid in the game against Valencia. And listen, before I talk about the incident itself, I want to just tell everyone here that's watching us, racism exists. We can't tolerate it, and we can't just close our eyes on it. And the people that are racist, sometimes they really don't notice that they are being racist. Like, let's stop, for example, asking people where you're from so I can identify what you are. It's a very racist thing to do, believe it or not. I'm someone that faces this, and I don't like it because when people single you out, they always ask you where you're from. Where do you come from? That's what they want to say. Something that's very not liked, for lack of better words. I don't like it. I don't like hearing it. So it could be as simple as that. That's how much racism has affected our lives, that sometimes we do things and we say them and it's quite normal. Oh, hey, listen, where are you from? And it's normal. No, it's not normal. The best answer ever I have ever heard in my life, I was traveling in my former job, and one of the people that I met, employees at the company that I worked at, was asked in front of me from somebody that shouldn't ask a question like that, but was asked, where are you from? And this employee, which maybe had a little bit of an accent, which is okay, turns around to say, I am from my mama's stomach. So the person asked turned to me and says, did I say anything offensive? I said, yes, absolutely you did. You shouldn't ask someone because they're talking about an accent or this or that or a tradition or food or whatever, that you just hit them with where you're from right away originally. Some people don't like it. Here, listen, we're all human beings on this planet Earth. So I think that if we do something together, and if we get together, it doesn't have to be disaster time, but it could be anything. You see us at a football stadium, you see us anywhere getting together for, animal rights, for women rights, for whatever, whomever rights. You see, when we get together, we're very strong, we're powerful, and we send a very good message. But what I saw today, yesterday, at the game between Valencia and Real Madrid was very, very disgusting for a player like Vinicius in the stands to be called a monkey, and the ref doesn't do anything about it. Fast forward during the game also, Vinicius Jr. gets choked from behind, so he turns around to push the person that wanted to basically choke him, or is not wanted to choke him. He was choking him. If you see it from the beginning and go and revisit, it's on ESPN, the game itself. I saw it more than ESPN Plus more than once here in the States, just to make sure that I'm seeing the right thing. The player runs, and I don't want to mention the player's name, and chokes Vinicius Jr., a Valencia player. So Vinicius Jr. turns around and tries to push him because he was choked and dragged. But the ref only saw when Vinicius did this, didn't want to see maybe, because he's told by VAR to see what they want him to see. Same thing, if you actually go back a little bit, Karim Benzema got a penalty because the goalkeeper simply clipped him with his hands in the penalty area, in the 18. So it's a penalty kick, and they didn't even go to VAR. So before I even blame Valencia and the team and the Spanish Federation and all that, referees, again, what are you doing? You didn't do nothing about the racial comments that was mentioned to Vinicius Jr. Nobody came in the stadium. We didn't see it on TV to escort this person that said that out, because this person needs to get out immediately. Needs to be ejected from football forever. Yes, forever. The thought of being racist is disgusting. So when you do something to show that you are, not just thinking that you are, and you speak it out loud, I don't know what's past disgusting. So it's very bad. Ref didn't do anything about it. And I am very, very disappointed to see that on TVs that kids watch. They have phones all the time. And they have those little devices that let them see these pictures. We don't want that in world football. We don't want the Spanish Liga, La Liga has to do something about it. You're a big league. You're watched by millions. You make a lot of money from that. You can fix it. Just fix it by, hiring the right people at the right places. Make sure they're transparent. Make sure they're people that are not, racist. Make sure how do you make sure someone's not racist? You're going to ask him, are you racist? You're going to tell you yes? Of course not. Make sure that, you do enough investigation about the person you put in charge of these games, because they might be, I don't know, something can tell you in their history. I am not a detective, but I'm someone who's telling you, with the money that you make in these leagues, you have to do something about it. So the question that now occurs, Vinicius Jr., this is not the first time he gets abused. Always Vinicius Jr. gets abused. And it's so disgusting, so sad. And you're not doing anything about it. Do you want to lose him? Because at the Premier League, we would love to see Vinicius Jr. going to Arsenal, baby. Yes, going to Arsenal. Maybe he wants to leave and he goes to play for someone at the Premier League. Maybe Arsenal, hopefully. We don't want him going anywhere else. Or maybe going to Germany, playing in Bayern Munich. Money has problems, not acclimating. We don't know. Italy, Napoli now won the Scudette. Congratulations also to Napoli. They were crowned the Scudette, which is the Italian Serie A, their Italian Premier League winner. Yes, they are the Italian League winner. So in 4 years, we saw 4 different Italian title holders: Napoli, AC Milan, Inter Milan, and Juventus. Oops. Talking about the world football and the world of racism and whatnot, we also have to talk about football news as football for itself. Sadly, we see also that Juventus, to go down to 7th place, they're out of the Champions League because they had 10 points deducted from them because of a false transfer accounting error. Don't know the truth, don't know what happened. That's what's written. I'm just reading it. It could be, or I can read anything, or it can make sense, or it cannot make sense. But the Italian League acted right away. It looks like Italian League only acts towards Juventus. Is that true? Yeah, they relegated them before, and they said they were involved into some sort of, whatever, scam. And maybe they're right. I don't know. I wasn't there. But now Juventus again gets penalized. It looks like Juventus is the only Italian club you hear about getting penalized. Could be very bad. Hey, is that Juventus that bad? Or it could be also false. I don't know. I wasn't there. It's all news, all talk. I just give you my opinion of the matter. But hey, congratulations to Napoli. What a season. Of course, a player like Victor Osimhen. And we hope that this is a name we hear at Arsenal Football Club, baby. Come on, you Victor. Come to Arsenal. He's a great player. He helped Napoli get there. And what a story, this young man. He comes from nothing. And that tells every player out there, racism or not, get in where you want. Get in football if you love it. And go and be who you want to be. He was, he comes from nothing. His family comes from nothing. Very, very poor. But today, look at him. He's assisted Napoli to win the Scudetto. This is history. Congratulations again to Napoli. Congratulations again to Barcelona. And unfortunately also, we have to mention it. Congratulations to Manchester City for winning the English Premier League. And I'm always going to say it that way because I'm not going to forget, and we will not forget, and I'm not going to forgive Mikel Arteta for that and this current team. Hopefully I can get over it with the players real quick, but I don't know if I can forgive the manager ever. Hopefully he could change my mind. Mikel Arteta is a good guy. Manager we don't know about, but good guy. And hopefully he could change my mind because I'm not going to forgive him this season after we handed Manchester City the Premier League title. I saw him walking Etihad and Chelsea. I could not watch the game. I shut it. It's the very first English game that I didn't watch any of this season. This season especially because I watched every single game to bring you the news about the Premier League and what happens and bring you our analytical opinion or analysis from the Northwest, from Pacific Northwest Arsenal Fan TV. But this game, I did not. Arsenal Fan TV America. I didn't. I tell you why. And everybody also, of course, in the world. I know a lot of people around the world are watching us. So we thank all the fans for watching us the whole entire season. We appreciate it. And all the new fans and everywhere in the world, wherever you are, whomever wrote for us, thank you so much. I appreciate it very, very, very much. Thank you for writing to Arsenal Fan TV. But again, apologies today that I didn't watch that game because I did not want to see Manchester City getting crowned as the Premier League winner for this season specifically. The season that we stood in front of everybody and said we're going to win. The season that we were on top of for the majority of days of it. And then we get the trophy to be swept away from us, or from beneath us. Anyways, it is what it is. We're not going to cry about it forever. We're just going to go on forward, see what next season we can learn from this season and see what next season, what can we improve. Because playing Champions League football, European Champions League football, we're back in it. It's not easy. We have to prove ourselves and we have to make sure that we are up for it. Of course, we're going to go against, the lags of Barcelona and whatnot and, because we're second, they're first kind of thing. But we'll see what happens in the Champions League. We'll see how Arsenal stands for next year. They're coming here to the United States. You'll see us some games. We'll be with you. We'll see what Arsenal's going to do here in the States. So, of course, now that we are in Europe talking about, Scudetto, we're talking about Napoli winning the Italian Scudetto or the Italian Serie A. We also talked about Premier League. Unfortunately, Man City winning. Congratulations to you, Austin, I guess. Our friend Austin is a Man City fan. Premier League England. So we talked about also La Liga. And then unfortunately with today's situation and where Barcelona, we congratulated Barcelona. But we also have to talk about couple of more leagues. So we're going to talk about PSG real quick. PSG still controlling their own fate, meaning if they win their next game, they keep the title, they celebrate, they won the title. Which is, in my eyes, okay. French league, let's talk about the top 5 leagues, right? So I'm going to say Premier League first. This is the strongest. Neck to neck, Bundesliga and La Liga second. Serie A comes third. And then, after all of them, comes the French League. So PSG, unless you win the Champions League, you're not going to be impressive. You're not happy with it. We know that. You buy Messi, Neymar, Mbappe, the whole nine, because you want to win the Champions League, and it's not happening for you. So till then, we could talk. But they will be probably the winner also for Ligue 1, the French League or French Premier League this year. And from there, we'll go to Bundesliga, which in my eyes, I'm in love with the Bundesliga. I love the way they play. I love how, the players get on with the play, the solidarity, the structure. Anyone can beat anyone on any given day. Marco Reus, celebrate Borussia Dortmund, is going to win. He's that one player that stayed with his club. And I love celebrating players like Marco Reus. And they're going to win probably the Bundesliga, the German Premier League, or the number one league in Germany, simply because Bayern Munich failed to secure win versus RB Leipzig at the Allianz Arena, which is really weird. They lost 3-1, conceded all 3 goals in the second half. Not like Bayern Munich, but a big mistake, I think, in my eyes, was done by, the powers to be at Bayern Munich, which is, firing Nagelsmann. Firing a coach like Nagelsmann in the middle of the season, it's not going to ever bring you any sort of consistency with the players or the club or the results. And they say we fired him because we wanted to keep our chances alive in both the German Bundesliga and the Champions League. Yeah, listen, you're out of both of them now. You just lost in front of RB Leipzig. Something wrong there. Thomas Tuchel is not a bad coach. Let's not forget what he did with Chelsea. He just won the Champions League a couple of years back and played tremendous football at Chelsea. And for some reason got fired. But anyways, not what we're talking about. Bayern Munich, you got a problem. You got to fix it. Borussia Dortmund now and Marco Reus, their captain, will probably clinch this title after domination, full domination, year after year after year after years for Bayern Munich. I think Borussia Dortmund and Marco Reus is going to win it this time, and I think they're going to be crowned Bundesliga winners. We'll have to see on Sunday. Thank you so very, very much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and like and share. We appreciate it. No racism. No racism. That was mainly why we had this episode today. So thank you for watching and see you next episode. Take care.